Hello student, I hope you are doing well, you are safe and healthy. Today we are going to learn a very interesting chapter, that is cash flow statement under financial statement analysis. Let's learn more about this cash flow statement. After going through this chapter, you will be able to know what is cash flow statement, to know different activities under cash flow statement, and to prepare cash flow statement of an organization. Now first we'll know what is cash flow statement. Cash flow statement is a statement that shows the flow of cash and cash equivalent during the period under report. The statement shows net increase or decrease of cash and cash equivalent under each activity separately, that is operating activity, investing activity, financing activity, and then collectively means we have to add it. So the first part we need to know that what is flow of cash. Flow of cash, basically you will know the inflow and outflow of cash, like say sales of goods, it's a inflow of cash. Similarly, issue of shares, you will find that is also inflow of cash. Now outflow of cash, if you make the payment to the creditors, it become flow of cash, outflow of cash. Again, another example I have taken here, that is the purchase of assets. So similarly, there are different activities are there through which a organization, either there is a inflow of cash or outflow of cash, and taking the net of inflow and outflow of cash under three different activities together, we come to know the net increase or decrease in cash or cash equivalent during a particular period. By adding the opening cash and cash equivalent, we come to know the closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. Now the question is, what is cash? Cash equivalent we will come to know a little later, but before that we will know the different component of cash flow statement. As we discussed in the definition, that component of cash flow statement are cash flow from operating activities, cash flow from investing activities, cash flow from financing activities. So what is cash flow from operating activities? Under cash flow from operating activity, you will find that the principal revenue for producing activities, producing of goods and services. What are these over? You will find sales of goods and services, purchase of goods and services. There are payment to creditors, payment of salary and wages, direct expenses, operating expenses, etc. These are coming under cash flow from operating activities. Now cash flow from investing activities. Under investing activities, the different activities involved regarding the purchase and sales of long-term assets and other investment. That includes the long-term and short-term investment. So we'll go for the first one, sales of investment, sales of fixed assets, that is your inflow, and then purchase of fixed assets is outflow of cash sales of investment, purchase of investment, rent and interest received, dividend received, etc. These are coming under cash flow from investing activities. Now cash flow from financing activities. This includes the issue of shares, borrowings, including bank overdrafts. That means change in capital structure of a company, and borrowings including short term and long term, and bank overdraft it's included. So now the issue of shares, it includes issue of debenture and bonds, taking short-term loans and advance, redemption of preference share, redemption of debentures and bonds, buyback of equity share, repayment of loans, payment of interest and dividend, and bank overdraft, etc. These are coming under cash flow from financing activities. Now, what are the different steps involved while we are preparing cash flow statement? The step 1 is to compute the cash flow from the operating activities. Step 2 is to find the cash flow from investing activities. Step 3, compute cash flow from financing activities. So three different activities we will find it what is the cash flow from different three activities. Now step 4, under each activities, that is operating activity, investing and financing activities, as you computed under step 1, 2 and 3, we will add it to find the cash flow, net cash increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent. Finally, in the step 5, we will add the opening cash balance or the cash and cash equivalent at the beginning of the period. We have to add it and with the net increase and decrease to get the closing cash and cash equivalent or the cash and cash equivalent at the end of the year. So that's how the cash flow statement is prepared. The report any significant investing and financing transaction which do not involve cash or cash equivalent in separate schedule to cash statement, you have to show it. So if there is any transaction is there where is no flow of cash is there, if it is there, then we can show it in the notes for disclosing that activities. Now we'll go for the format of cash flow statement as per accounting standard 3. So over here you will find different activities are there. So first activities under Roman capital 1 is cash flow from operating activities, under which net profit before tax and extraordinary item as per workings note, which you have to show it in the workings note, and thereafter adjustment to be done for operating, non-operating income and expenses, that is come under item to be added like depreciation, goodwill, patent and trademark if it is write off or amortize, interest on bank overdraft or cash credit, interest on borrowings both short term and long term and debentures, long term loan and debentures, loss on sales of fixed assets, increase in provision for doubtful debts. If that is there, then we have to add it over here. Now what are the items to be deducted? Interest income, dividend income, rental income, profit or gain on sales of fixed assets, decrease in provision for doubtful debts. So these are items to be deducted. Then we'll get under B, that is operating profit before working capital change, that is A plus B minus C. And with that figure we have to add it the increase or decrease in the current assets and liabilities, that is working capital. So the first will add it decrease in current assets or increase in current liability. So there are different type of current assets and current liability. If current liability increase, we'll add it. If current assets is decrease, then we'll add it. So these two you have to remember it. So decrease in inventory, that is current assets, that's why it is added. Decrease in trade receivable, debtors or bills receivable, decrease in accrued income, decrease in prepaid expenses, these all are current assets, that's why it's showing under add item. And then increase in trade payables, that is current liability, creditors or bills payable, increase in outstanding expenses, increase in advance income. So these items deducted, and less items are less, increase in current assets and decrease in current liability. So just opposite what we have added there, we just have to less here the opposite items. So if current assets is increased or current liability is decreased, then we'll less it over here. So the first part is that the increase in current assets, increase in inventory, that is stock, increase in trade receivable, that is debtors, bills receivable, increase in accrued income, increase in prepaid expenses, increase in trade payables, decrease in trade payables, creditors and bills payable, decrease in outstanding expenses, and decrease in advance income. So these are the item to be deducted, or it will be subtracted from the net operating profit before working capital change. Now we'll find, after adding and subtracting the add item and subtract item of current assets and current liability, now we'll find it the cash generated from operation, that is D plus E minus F. So now we'll be find from here, we'll go for the deducting the income tax paid, income tax what we have paid, but that amount will be net of tax refund received. If there is question is said any tax refund, that you have to minus it from the income tax paid. Now there is a cash flow from extraordinary item. If there is receipt, that will be plus. If there is make payment, you have made it payment, that is extraordinary item, it will be given in your question. For example, earthquake, flood victim, COVID-19, if you find or you are assisting, giving any assistance to the government or to the people, those who are affected, for them you have spent money, extraordinary item will come under this. If you have received it, then it will be plus. If it is payment is there, then it will be minus. In your question it will be given. Now next part is that cash flow from cash flow or use in operating activity. That part will be getting answer. Now flow and use. If your answer comes over here, if your answer come positive, then it will be flow. If the answer comes negative, it will be use, word will be used. Like if it is positive, then we'll write cash flow from operating activity. If there is minus, then we'll write cash used in operating activity. Now we'll go for the second activity, we call it, that is the cash flow from investing activities. Now under investing activity, as we know it, that we have the proceeds of sales of fixed assets, sales of investment, include to be other than the current assets, to be included cash and cash equivalent and marketing security. These parts should not be come over here. That means if cash and cash equivalent is there or marketable security is there, that will be the part of cash and cash equivalent. We will be discussing little later. Now proceed from sales of intangible assets and interest and dividend received, all these are plus item. Rent received. Now payment, if there is payment, we'll put it in the minus, that is bracket figure. So payment of purchase, payment for purchase of fixed assets, payment of purchase of investment, and the payment for purchase of intangible assets like goodwill if you purchase it. But you have to remember, if goodwill value is decreased, then it will be shown under operating activity as goodwill amortized or write-off. But if goodwill value is increased, that it will come under the investing activities. Now extraordinary item, if there is plus minus is there, that you have to add it, or if it is payment is there, then you have to minus it. So same way, after adding and subtracting, you will find if your negative figure is there, we will write use. If there is positive figure is there, then we will write flow. So that's how we will find it, the cash flow or use from investing activities. Now we have financing activities. Now cash flow from financing activity. This is related to the issue of share, debenture, bond, and short-term and long-term loans, including bank overdraft. So now proceed from short-term, proceed from issue of share and debenture, proceed from other long-term borrowings, and increase and decrease of bank overdraft or cash credit. Final dividend paid, that will be minus item. Interim dividend paid. Now payment of interest on debenture, that you have to, repayment of loan, redemption of debenture, that part you have to remember, repayment of loan, redemption of debenture or preference share, payment of share issue expenses, payment of buyback share. Okay, so these are cash flow or use in financing activity. So net, this part, if you go on adding and subtracting, then you also get over here that cash flow or use in financing activities, that you have, if it is positive, if it is flow, if it is negative, then it will be minus. it is minus, then it will be use. Now we'll go for the next part, that A, B, C, that means three part: operating activity, investing activity, and financing activity. If we get it, then we will go get for net increase and decrease in cash and cash equivalent. If it is your positive, by adding you will get the positive figure, we will write net increase. If there is negative figure, we will write the decrease in cash, decrease in cash and cash equivalent. With that, we go for adding the opening cash and cash equivalent. I said it earlier, what are the cash and cash equivalent? So cash and cash, this is cash in hand and cash at bank, that too we earlier know it. But now the equivalent will come. These are with the cash, we go on adding short-term deposit, current investment, and marketable securities. So if we go on adding these three items with the cash and bank balance, we'll get cash and cash equivalent. I hope you understood now. Now same way we'll go for cash, whatever adding with the net increase and net increase or decrease in cash equivalent. With that, if we add it cash and cash equivalent, opening balance, beginning of the year means opening balance of cash and cash equivalent, then we'll get the cash and cash equivalent at the end, that is closing cash and cash equivalent, and which includes again cash in closing cash, cash in hand, closing bank balance, short-term closing, short-term deposit, closing marketable investment securities, closing current investment. These are all together will be showing cash and cash equivalent at the end of the period, or closing cash and cash equivalent. That's what the format of uh, cash flow statement. Now we have some more part is there, that is the working note. To find it first, that what is the net profit before extraordinary item, net profit before tax and extraordinary item. So that is first part, we have to find net profit before net profit as per profit and loss statement. How will we find it? The difference between closing balance of net profit and opening balance of net profit, which is given in your balance sheet, then we'll minus it, closing minus opening, then we'll be finding one figure. That figure is the difference figure of the net profit, which we will be taking. Next one is add transfer to general ledger. Then the dividend, proposed dividend of previous year or paid during the year. That is, we can write it the dividend paid during the year, or you can write it proposed dividend of previous year. Previous year proposed dividend become current year paid, current year paid. Now interim dividend during the year, if it is paid, then provision for tax during the current year, and extraordinary item, as I said, that if you paid flood victim, earthquake victim, even for that COVID, presently COVID is going on, COVID-19. So these items to be add, and then less extraordinary items, if any, credited in the profit and loss statement, like tax refund and extraordinary item. If you receive it, then that you have to minus it, then whatever result will get it, that is known as net profit before tax and extraordinary items. I hope these workings, first you have to do it, or in the cash flow statement, if it is very short, we can do quickly, or in the top of the cash flow statement, this figure, this net profit before extraordinary items. Now the important notes, you have to know it, that the current investment to be taken as marketable security unless otherwise specified. Bank overdraft and cash credit is shown under the part of financing activities. Now based on that, we will go for solving question, where we have to find it, certain activities will be there. You have to identify which one is operating activity, which one is investing activity, which one financing activity, and which one is cash and cash equivalent. Now here is the question. So we will be solving this question. So the first one, we'll take it, the cash sales of goods, that is operating activities. Cash received against the revenue from the service render, that is also operating activities. Now cash purchase of goods, that is operating activities. Next one is cash paid against the service taken, that goods and service as we discussed earlier. So it is also operating activities. Now next one is patent purchase. It's come under assets. So that is investing activity. Marketable security, cash and cash equivalent. Now bank overdraft will find financing activities. Proceeds from issue of debenture, that is financing activities. Purchase of shares, that is investing activity. You are purchasing shares, not issuing shares. So purchasing, it's come on purchasing of shares or debenture. These are coming under investing activities. Now repayment of loan, long-term loan, that is financing activities. Commission received, operating activities. Redemption of debenture, financing activities. Interest on debenture, financing activities. Interest on investment, finance, interest on investment you received, so it is come under investing activities. Income tax paid, operating activities. Income tax paid on gain of sales of assets, so it is investing activities. Next one is cash received from debtors, that is operating activities. Next one is cash paid to creditors under operating activities. So likewise you have to know it that what is coming under operating activity, investing activity and financing activity. At the same time cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent, we already said it that it is cash at bank, cash in hand, marketable securities and short-term investment. Any short-term investment if it is there, that will also come under current investment. Short-term means over here current investment will be added there. Now we'll have from the following information calculate net profit before tax and extraordinary item. Surplus is given over here, opening and closing, dividend paid during the year, interim dividend paid, transfer to reserve. Now provision for tax, refund of tax, loss due to earthquake, that is our loss, extraordinary item. Now insurance proceeds received from earthquake disaster, that is receipt part, 1 lakh we have received it. Now difference of net profit, we'll take it over here. Difference of net profit is 3,60,000, 3,36,000 minus 1 lakh, so 2,36,000. That is our difference in net profit. With that will be add transfer to general ledger 1 lakh. Next we have the dividend paid during the year, that is we have to different dividend paid during the year or proposed dividend of the previous year. Next we have interim dividend paid, which will be added. Next we have provision for tax, we have to add it. Next one is extraordinary items, that is loss due to earthquake, is net part we have taken here, that you have received 1 lakh but your loss is 2 lakhs, so you just minus it to get it the 1 lakh net, your loss, that loss will be added here. Now by taking the all together we will find 7,48,000, and from here less income tax refund is there 3,000. If we find it, then we will get the net profit before tax and extraordinary item 7,45,000. That is the question, first question. We have to find it, net profit before tax and extraordinary item. Now we'll move to the question number 15, where you have to find the operating activities, cash flow from operating activities from the given information. So now we have the solution over here. How we have solved it, I'll just step by step I'll show you. Now first one is given, first part we have to find the net profit before tax and extraordinary item. How do you find? We have to take the difference figure of the net profit, closing and minus opening of the net profit. With that we'll add it the provision for tax 1,10,000. With that we'll again add it dividend paid during the year 1,10,000, and that is also proposed dividend of the previous year. Now from there income tax refund is there, so we have to minus it 10,000, and then we have received compensation for natural disaster, that is extraordinary item, that is 75,000. So we'll be less it, and then we'll find after adding and subtracting we'll have net profit before tax and extraordinary item 9,35,000. So now 9 items to be added. So depreciation on plant and machinery we have 1,50,000. Loss on sales of investment we have 30,000. So altogether it is 1,80,000, which will minus it, and then we'll get 11,15,000. So from there items to be deducted. So the first one is the profit on sales of land is 90,000 given, and then dividend received is there 20,000. So will be deducted, that is altogether 1,10,000. So from the 11,15,000 minus 1,10,000 will get 10,05,000 as operating profit before working capital change. The bold letter is showing operating profit before working capital change. Now working capital means current assets and current liability. Rule is, if there is current assets is decrease, will add it, and current liability increase, will add it, and reverse case will do the less. The first one is increase in current liabilities, we have 70,000 is given, and decrease in current assets is given 40,000. So altogether it is 1,10,000. We added the previous figure to get it 11,15,000. From here we will deduct the decrease in current liability, that is 10,000, and increase in current assets 60,000, that gives you 70,000 less, and all after deducting 70,000 will get the cash generated from operation 10,000, 10 lakhs 45,000. So now we have tax paid is there, tax paid 1,20,000. So if you minus it, then we'll get cash flow from operation after tax, that is 9,25,000. So from there we'll write the compensation which we have received earlier. We will add it, that is compensation of natural disaster 75,000. The important part is here, whatever you are deducting over here less will be added in the final part. Income tax refund and the compensation of natural disaster, both you have subtracted in the net profit before tax and extraordinary item, that will be added back over here. The same way income tax refund is there. So finally we will get net cash flow from operating activities 10,10,000. So that is the question. Now moving on to the next question, question number 23. We have Wellprint Limited given following information, that opening balance of machinery given 50,000, closing balance of machinery given 60,000, accumulated depreciation opening balance given 25,000, accumulated depreciation closing balance is given 15,000, and additional information given during the year machinery costing rupees 25,000 whose accumulated depreciation is 15,000 was sold for rupees 13,000. You have to find it the cash flow from investing activity on the basis of the information given. So now here is the information, we have cash flow from investing activity. Now we have in this question, in this solution you will find it that the sales of machinery given 13,000, that is we are putting over here 13,000, but where this information, this 35,000 we got it, this 35,000. So this information we require to find it in the workings, and that's what we have to do the workings note of machinery account and accumulated depreciation account. Now while we are doing machinery account and accumulated depreciation account, you have to check it the opening balance and the closing balance. So now machinery account, it's an assets, so that's why opening balance will come in the debit side, that is 50,000 as given opening balance BD, and accumulated depreciation is liability, that's why the opening balance BD will come in the credit side. The same way closing balance, it will come in the credit side under machinery account, and closing balance of accumulated depreciation will come in the debit side of the accumulated depreciation account. So these basic information will be taking from the given information, that opening and closing. This is opening and this one is closing, the both machinery and as well as accumulated depreciation account. This part will be putting it the opening and closing depending on the assets. If it is assets, it will come debit side opening and credit side closing, and if it is liability, will come the opposite side, that means credit side opening and debit side closing. Now The next part will come, that information accumulated depreciation. Look at the accumulated depreciation in the question given 15,000. That 15,000 will be putting in the machinery account as well as accumulated depreciation account. So this 15,000 will go the opposite direction, one in the accumulated depreciation account as well as in the accumulated uh, depreciation and machinery account. In the debit side it will come in the machinery account to machinery account, and credit side will come uh, by accumulated depreciation account 15,000. Thereafter the machine 13,000 that is sold during the year, so that will be by bank, it will show in the machinery account. Now by putting all these figure, we'll have balance figure is there. No, before moving to that, we'll be calculating one part which we have to remember, that you have total as per the question it is said the costing of machine is 25,000. I hope this point you have to remember, this 25,000 is cost, and which you are selling at 13,000, whose accumulated depreciation is 15,000. So this part, this is 28,000. So that means 3,000 there is a profit. You have to put it in the debit side to statement of profit and loss, profit on sale. You have to find it. I think you have understood how to calculate it. We'll putting what is the sales price and we add with the accumulated depreciation. So if we add it, we'll get 28,000. Then we'll compare it with the cost price. What is the cost price given in your question? So 25,000 cost price given. So 28,000 is sales price together with accumulated depreciation. So we have 28,000. So therefore 3,000 is our profit, which will come in the debit side. If there is loss, then it will come credit side, as we have done class 11. This part under depreciation account. So now we, by putting this one, will get balance amount of by bank, that is purchase basically, is coming 35,000. And if we balance it accumulated depreciation, we'll get 5,000. That will be the depreciation during the year. This is the operating activity. It will go to the operating activity. While we'll I'll tell you again later part. So this part we have to find it by doing the balance of these two account. So now since we have calculate that purchase, we have 35,000 is we have purchased it. So this 35,000 now it will come over here as purchase 35,000. And then we have sales is already there in the question, 13,000 sales is there, so we minus it. So since purchase is bigger than the sales, outflow is greater than inflow, that's why we have negative figure comes 22,000, which because of that we use the word used in activity. Instead of flow we write used in activity. So cash used in investing activity is 22,000. That is minus figure. Why I am writing that is minus p due to minus figure. So this is your question number 23. We go for another question and calculate the cash flow from investing activity. Here opening and closing balance, plant and machinery given, long-term investment given, and land at cost is given. Additional information given that depreciation charge on plant and machinery is 50,000. Plant and machinery with book value is given 60,000, was sold 40,000, and land was sold at a profit of 60,000. So no investment was sold during the year. So that's the question, and from here we have to solve it, or we have to find it what is the amount of cash flow from investing activities. So we have the question over here, the purchase of plant and machinery as per workings 1, and as I said that workings you have to do it to find it what amount of purchase is there, and that part will be quickly just find it. Since there is no accumulated depreciation account, we just simply prepare the plant and machinery account. Under plant and machinery account we will be finding the balance BD, and we have balance BD, that is 2018 is our opening balance, which will come over here as opening balance, and the same way we have closing balance is there, that is 10 lakhs, and that 10 lakhs is comes from the over here closing balance. So balance BD and balance CD is over. Now thereafter, as per the question, there is a total depreciation is given 50,000. That 50,000 will be coming over here as by depreciation 50,000. In the question it is said that the plant and machinery book value is 60,000, was sold at rupees 40,000. So over here it will come 40,000 as by bank as sales. Now we have to find it. The loss is there because 60,000 plant and machinery you are selling at 40,000. So there is a loss is there of 20,000. That 20,000 we are showing as by statement of profit and loss. That is loss on sales 20,000. So now we go for balancing the account. By doing balancing, you will find the total purchase is 2,60,000. That 2,60,000 is coming over here. So now this is the uh, workings from where you have to find it, this part. Now same way, there is a land is there, so land will be finding workings number 2, and same way we will be putting the balance BD, balance CD, and there is a land is sold during the year is as at a profit of rupees 60,000. So land profit part, we just put it profit over here at 60,000, and then if you do the balance part, we'll get 1,60,000 each sale. So this part will be coming over here as sales of land. Now next part is we have purchase of investment 60,000. So investment is not sold, so if you check it, the investment, there is a difference figure is there. 1 lakh is closing figure and opening figure is 40,000. So 60,000 obviously you purchase it, that's why the value is increased 40,000 to 1 lakh. So 60,000 is coming over here as purchase of investment. And sales of land, so already we have calculated over here. So by doing all these things, we will get the cash used in negative figure, again cash used in investing activity 1,20,000. So this is your question number 27. Now we are going to find the cash flow from financing activities, and financing activities means the change in capital structure, including owner's capital and own capital and borrowed capital, as well as interest paid, dividend paid. This will be considered over here. So now in this question we will be having the equity share, which is the closing figure is 5,25,000 and opening figure is 4 lakhs, that is 1,25,000 is issued, that's why it is increased. 10% preference share is decreased. Earlier it was 5,50,000 and now it is 4 lakhs, so that is decreased. Security premium reserve is increased due to the issue of equity share. Most probably your question is no premium is not given, so that part we have to understood over here that since equity share is issued 1,25,000, that's why there is another 1,25,000 is security premium, and 12% debenture is also increased, that is 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs. So over here may be possibility of issuing the debenture at premium, it can be possible. So now we have in this part we will find the issue of equity share. We have 1,25,000 over here. Transfer to security premium reserve, that is 1,25,000, as we are discussing that security premium reserve is over here 1,25,000, that is coming over here. Now premium on redemption of debenture, that is 5%, because your redemption is taken place 1,25,000 sorry 1,50,000. 10% preference share is redeemed, and on which 5% redemption, which comes 7,500. So now interim dividend is 15% of 4 lakh, that is 15% means in this question it is given that the equity share will be getting the dividend on at 15%, and 15% will be calculated always in the opening balance. Opening balance is 4 lakhs. So these 4 lakhs you have to take over here while we are calculating the equity share dividend. Now the next way we have redemption of preference share. Redemption of preference share. Redemption of preference share 1,50,000. As I have shown here that you have preference share is closing figure is 4 lakhs and opening figure is 5,50,000. So this difference will come over here as 1,50,000. And now interest on debenture, we have 12% on 3 lakhs. Again 12% of 3 lakhs, that means your debenture is over here 12% debenture, and it will be calculated on opening balance. So that's the interest. And interest on preference, dividend on preference share capital, that is 10% on 5 lakhs 50,000. So again this part will be on the closing figure, opening figure, interest and dividend. Always you student, you remember that it will be calculated on the basis of the opening figure, and that part while we are calculating you have to remember it. So by doing all these plus minus, we'll have the positive figure, that is 41,500. that is your cash flow from financing activities. We have next question, that is the question number 7. It is also the cash flow from financing activity. You have to find it. Now under which your equity share capital is given and opening and closing is given. Obviously closing is more higher, and that's what we have. 12 lakhs is issued, 12% debenture is there, that also issued 2,50,000, and 2 lakh and 1,50,000. So 1 lakh is over here, 1 lakh is debenture issued. Now interest on debenture paid 19,000, dividend paid 15,000. So over here you need not calculate it. Now issue of bonus share 5:1. So as we are talking about that equity share is increased from 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs, this is because of bonus share issued. So it is bonus share, issuing of bonus share, not affecting the cash. It is neither increase or decrease. That's why it will not be shown under cash flow statement. So you have to give the note over here. So now we'll solving this one. So proceeds from issue of 12% debenture, it's just 12% debenture. It will come that 1 lakh as we discuss it here. Interest paid 19,000 and dividend paid 50,000. So if you go for solving this one, we'll get the positive figure 31,000, that is cash flow from financing activity. Girls, you have to remember it, that issue of bonus share issue is not comprising or forming the cash flow of the organization. It's not a part of it. It's not changing the cash and cash equivalent at all. That's why it will not be showing. So in the notes you have to show it. Okay, since we know the three activities, operating activity, investing and financing activity, so finally we are going to prepare the cash flow statement, and based on that we have a question, that there is a question is given, complete balance sheet, where the equity and liabilities, shareholders fund, share capital, which is, if you look at the question, you will get 2 lakhs is increase, reserve and surplus 2 lakhs also increase, and you have long-term borrowings is also 1,14,000 is 40,000 increase, trade payables is decrease, that is under current liability. Short-term provision is decrease. Now go to the tangible fixed assets is increase, tangible intangible assets, that is goodwill, patent, copyright, etc., that is decrease, so it's a write-off. Now investment under current assets, current investment, which is cash and cash equivalent, and thereafter we have trade receivables, inventory is there, inventory is increase, trade receivable also increase, cash and cash equivalent is given, opening and closing balance. So now based on that we have notes and accounts is given, reserve and surplus, that is profit and loss, is increased by 2,000, that is 4 lakhs to 6 lakhs, and machinery we have opening and closing balance given together with accumulated depreciation is given, and intangible assets goodwill is given, that goodwill is write off. So this part, based on that, we will be going to prepare cash flow statement considering the adjustment additional information given, and that one is during the year a piece of machinery costing 48,000 whose accumulated depreciation is 32,000 was sold for 12,000. So that means if we add it these two part, 12,000 and accumulated depreciation 32,000, will have 44,000 is coming, and whereas the costing is given 48,000. So these 4,000, I think all of you got it, this one, these two will be added, and after adding we have to compare with the cost price 48,000. So we'll have 4,000 is there is a loss on sales of machinery, which is showing in the credit side of the operating, credit side of your machinery account, and also come under operating activities. So now based on that we'll be solving. Now based on the given information, we'll prepare the machinery account and accumulated depreciation account. We have balance BD and of machinery account is 20 lakhs and accumulated depreciation 3 lakhs. Similarly, we have closing balance is given 25 lakhs 40,000 under machinery account and 4 lakhs under accumulated depreciation account. So thereafter we'll go for machinery accumulated depreciation account. As I said it, that it will be accumulated depreciation for the machine which is sold 32,000 is given, so which will be putting in the accumulated depreciation debit side and credit side and machinery account, and there is a 12,000 machine is sold. So now this 12,000 also, by taking this 12,000 will be having now 4,000, that is loss, and now this 4,000 and the balance figure under accumulated depreciation account 1,32,000, it will go to the operating activity under item to be added. So this part you have to remember. Over here four figures are there. One is loss or profit on sales of machinery. At the same time depreciation during the current year, this depreciation will be showing, will be going, this depreciation will go to the item to be added, this 2 lakh at 1,35,000, this will be going to operating activity under item to be added. But if there is a loss is there, then loss will be coming item to be added. If there is a profit is there, it will be item to be deducted. So this part you have to remember. So now we have next part, we have the bank account. If you check it, that we have bank is there, debit side bank, that is purchase, this is outflow of cash, it will go to the investing activity, and sales of machinery, that is inflow of cash, that is 12,000. So these two will go to the investing activities. Now based on that we will prepare the cash flow statement. First we have cash flow from operating activity. We have net profit before extraordinary items is 2 lakhs. If you take the difference 4 lakhs and 6 lakhs, you will get 2 lakhs. Then item to be added, we have amortization of goodwill, because if you check it, the goodwill value is decreased. So 1,44,000. Depreciation, as we work out in the workings, 1,34,000, 32,000. Loss on sales of fixed assets 4,000, and we take it, this figure we'll get it now, the operating profit before working capital change 4,80,000, and then thereafter will be working capital, we'll check it. We have increase in inventory 16,000, that will be deducted, and because current liability is increased, and increase in trade receivable, that is also current assets is increased, and that's why it will be both are subtracted. Increase in inventory, current assets increase, increase in trade receivable, current assets increase, so both will be subtracted. And then we have decrease in trade payables, that is current liability is decreased, that's why subtracted. And decrease in short-term provision 54,000, that is current liability is decreased, that's why 54,000. And then if we add if we subtract it from 4,80,000, we have the cash generated from operation 3,66,000, and of which tax paid in the question is not given, that's why it is nothing. We'll have now final figure, that is cash flow from operating activity 3,06,000. So because it is positive, figure, that's why it is flow word is written, and our amount is 3,06,000, that is under cash flow from operating activity. Now we'll continue this one with the cash flow from financing activity, investing activity, sorry. And then investing activity, we have sales of machinery 12,000. As per the workings, we prepare the machinery account, from there we have taken, and also purchase machinery is 5,88,000, and that too will give you the use, that is negative figure, cash used in investing activity 5,76,000, so that is minus figure. Now third section, that is cash flow from operating activity, financing activity. Now we have proceed from issue of share capital is 2 lakhs, and then proceed from long term borrowings is given 1,40,000. These are positive figure inflow, and we have altogether cash flow from financing activity, we have 3,40,000, and we add it now 3 1 2 3, that is net increase, because positive figure is coming. Three part you have to check it, that the investing activity minus figure is there, so both are the two, that means 1 and 3 is positive figure, we add it and then subtract it 2, that is investing activity use minus figure, then we'll get 70,000 net increase in cash and cash equivalent. With that we'll be adding the opening cash and cash equivalent. Look at in the workings, we have work out, we have part is there that cash and cash equivalent is given 7,50,000, and current investment, that is 3 lakhs. So altogether 10,50,000 will be coming, and the same way closing balance also 6,40,000 and 4,80,000, which will be 11,20,000. So now if we add it, and the opening cash balance, that is 10,50,000, with the 70,000 net increase in cash and cash equivalent, then we'll get the 11,20,000 as our closing cash and cash equivalent. That is your answer. And look at your closing cash balance which you have worked out is exactly equal to your answer. That means in the cash flow statement, as you prepare it, you can also come to know whether your answer is correct or not by comparing your closing cash and cash equivalent with your cash flow statement answer. You obviously get your answer, that whether it is correct or not. Okay, so I hope you understood. We'll practice some more question in this section to prepare the cash flow statement. We are going to solve another question, and that is question number 50. We have to prepare cash flow statement from the given information. We have share capital, which is increased by 1 lakhs, that is closing is given 6 lakhs, and opening is given 5 lakhs. So we have 1 lakh each increase. You have reserve and surplus, that is 2 lakhs increase. We have current liability, trade payables is there, that is 1 lakhs increase. And we'll go to the fixed assets, plant and machinery, that is 2 lakhs increase. Current assets, inventory is given decrease, inventory stock is decrease. Trade payable, trade receivable is increase, and cash equivalent, that is closing and opening cash and cash equivalent, these two are given. So now we have reserve and surplus is given, of which the profit and loss closing and opening balance is given 4 lakhs and 2 lakhs, and additional information based on that it will given. And old machinery whose book value is given 50,000 was sold for 60,000. So now we have profit is there. I hope you understood. Book value is given 50,000, but we are selling at 60,000, and that is 10,000 over year profit. But we'll calculate it by putting the purchase amount is how much, by preparing one machinery account where depreciation is there 30,000. So these three part we consider while we prepare the machinery account, and we'll find it loss is there, profit is there 10,000, and how much is purchased, that part will be finding in this parts. Next solution. So we have cash flow from operating activities, we have net profit is given, and net profit is, as we say it, that this is 2 lakhs. Depreciation, we have workings is there, from if you refer to the workings you will get it 30,000. Profit, on as we discussed, less amount is there profit, that is 10,000. and then operating profit before working capital change by adding all these three, the 2,20,000. Now we have uh, add is increase in trade payables, that is current liability increase 1 lakh, and the decrease in inventory, that is current assets decrease 50,000. So we have increase in trade receivable, that is your current assets is increased, that means less. So by taking these three figure and all less and plus minus, you will find 50,000 negative figure, that is will be adjusted with the 2,20,000, and then we have now 1,70,000 as cash generated from operation. 1,60,000, and tax paid is not given in this question, so it is dash. So we'll have now net cash flow from operating activity is 1,70,000. So this is the first part of your question. Now we'll go for the investing activity. Under investing activity second part, we have uh, sales of machinery, which will be coming, which will given in the question, that 60,000 of piece of machinery is sold, 60,000, whose costing is 50,000, as you know it, the information given in the question. And purchase of machinery, this plant of machinery, it is coming from the workings, will be showing in the next slide, that how it is 2,80,000, you just remember it. And then we'll taking these two figure, one plus one minus, we'll have negative figure, that is 2,20,000, that is cash used in investing activity. And finally we'll find the third part of your question, that is cash flow from investing activity, of which issue of share is there 1 lakh, and that is your positive figure, and there is nothing in this question. So this part, if you consider these 3 1 2 3, we will have the net cash increase is 50,000 net cash increase. With that, we'll add the opening cash and cash equivalent 30,000. So we have closing cash and cash equivalent is 80,000. That is your answer of this question, that is 80,000. So while we prepare it, the cash flow statement, you have to remember it, that your closing answer, that your answer will be exactly matched with the given question as closing cash and cash equivalent. So over here there is no other element under cash and cash equivalent, that's why we straightforward put it the 80,000. So now we'll go to the workings part. Under workings part, you will just look at, we have plant and machinery is there, we just have opening balance 3 lakhs, and then there is a closing balance 5 lakhs. In the question is there, depreciation for the plant and machinery is 30,000, and one piece of machinery which is sold at 60,000, and there is a because your book value is given in this question was 50,000, that's why profit is there 10,000. So by taking this part, we'll have one balance part, that is purchase 2,80,000. This part will be going to the investing activity, purchase as well as the sales. These two part, this 60,000 and 2,80,000, these together will go to the investing activity, whereas the statement of profit and loss is 10,000 and depreciation 30,000 will be going to the operating activity to solve this question. So this is the second question where we have prepared the cash flow statement. I hope you understand this part. This question at least will solve one more question where you will understand clearly. Now we have one big question, a little bigger question. One information is given. So over here in this part you will get a lot of information, is additional information is given, and we check it over here quickly. We have share capital is remaining as it is. Reserve and surplus is increased from 20 to 3,10,000. Long-term borrowings that consist of 8% debenture, which is increased. Current liability, which consists of 8% bank loan, which is decreased. And trade payables current liability is increase 10,000. Short-term provision, that is, I hope it is tax, I guess we'll check it in the notes. It is given short-term provision is, yes, short-term provision is showing the provision for tax. So this part you have to prepare one tax question, most probably you have to one account, you have to ledger, you have to prepare it. So now under assets we have net tangible assets is increase, goodwill is decrease, so it's a write off. Current assets under current investment is decrease, and this is part of the cash and cash equivalent. Remember this one, it will not go to the current assets, not consider, because current investment is a part of cash and cash equivalent. Now same way, now we'll go to the inventory is increase, trade receivable is remaining as it is. So now additional information is showing that during the year a piece of machinery which is machinery costing rupees 60,000, whose depreciation is charged 60,000. So our book value will come 40,000. Okay, was sold 50% of its book value. So now 40,000 ka machinery was sold 50% book value, that means 20,000. So 20,000 loss, you have to find it out this part. So this part you have to remember also. So 60,000 tangible assets, depreciation charge, total depreciation on machinery, income tax provided, this provided paid means income tax is paid on, sorry, provided 45,000. Additional debentures were issued at par on 1st October, date is given. So you have to calculate the debenture interest, and based on that the new issue of the debenture. So debenture is 90,000 over 90 or 1,10,000 debenture is issued, and that 1,10,000 6 month ka interest 8% you have to calculate it. Now at the end of the year preference share were redeemed at 5% premium. So preference share at the end of the year it is given, so that's why the opening balance, on the opening balance there 12% we have to calculate. On the opening balance 3 lakhs we have to calculate the dividend. So this is the information on in this question, which will be, you have to remember all these points before preparing the cash flow statement. So now we'll go to the preparing cash flow statement. Now based on the above information, we'll prepare the cash flow statement. Over here we have profit and loss, that is closing minus opening. Since we have closing figure is there 1,50,000, but the opening figure is given loss, that's what minus 1,40,000. So we'll take, if we simplify it, there is a change in profit and loss, we'll be having 2,90,000, that is your current year profit. Now we'll be taking adding the provision for tax during the year is given 45,000, because tax is provided 45,000 as additional information given. Now transfer to general ledger is 30,000. So altogether if you take this figure we have 3,65,000, that is net profit before tax and extraordinary item. So now we'll be taking item to be added. We have depreciation as per the question is given, that is 60,000. We have interest on debenture, as I said it, that we have to calculate the interest on debenture for the debenture which is issued after October 1st October, that amount, it some calculation is there, that calculation we have to you have to calculate it, 10,800. And interest on bank loan also the same way we'll calculate, and we'll be having 2,000 plus 1 lakh 1,600. And then premium on redemption of preference share is 55,000, and goodwill written off 25,000. So altogether we'll have 1,30,000, that is item to be added. Now there is no other item to be subtracted, so we'll add it with that 3,65,000 and 1,30,000. We have 4,95,000 as operating profit before working capital change. Now we go for operating capital, that is current assets and current liability, of which we have increase in trade payables is there, which will be the current liability is increased, that's why added, and increase in inventory, that is current assets increase, that will be subtracted. So if you go for, we have minus figure is there 85,000 minus figure, which will be subtracting from 4,95,000, and thereafter we have now cash generated from operation is given 3 lakh, 4 lakh 10,000. Now from here, now we'll minus the tax paid. Tax paid, we have workings is there, provision for tax account we have prepared. From there, this account 35,000 will come. So now if you subtract it 35,000, we have 3,75,000 is your net cash flow from operating activities, 3,75,000. Now we go for cash flow from investing activity. Investing activity, we have sales of assets is there 20,000, and purchase of assets as per workings it will come, that is 3,40,000, and purchase of investment is there 45,000. So all these are by taking all these facts, we have 3,65,000 as minus figure. So we have written the cash use in investing activity. So now we'll go for the financing activity, the third last stage. We have financing activities. We have the proceeds of issue of share each 1 lakh, and then proceeds of issue of debenture is there 1,10,000. Security premium reserve is there 10,000. If you check it, that increase. Redemption of preference share, this is minus figure. Premium on redemption of preference share is paid during redemption 5,000. Interest on debenture is paid 16,500. that also we have worked out. Now repayment of bank loan is given 10,000. Bank loan is decreased, and interest on bank loan is which work out 3,600. So altogether financing activity is cash flow from financing activity is 85,000. So now we go for net increase in cash and cash equivalent. That means 1 plus 2 plus 3, and that comes 95,000, on which we go on adding the opening cash and cash equivalent with the current investment. If you remember it, I said it. So that comes 40,000, and then we'll have 1,35,000 your cash and cash equivalent at the end, that is closing cash and cash equivalent. So now we go for preparing. As I said, that workings you have to prepare first. Over here I have put it here in the last slide. You have to compare it. You have to go on checking this one. So we have opening balance fixed assets is given, and closing balance fixed assets is given, this 8,60,000. Then your assets is sold 50%, as it said that book value is 40,000, because depreciation is total 60,000, and 20,000 depreciation. If you minus it 40,000, and 50% is become now 20,000. So now depreciation given 60,000 as given in the question, and loss therefore 40,000 machine fixed assets you are selling at 20,000. So obviously 20,000 will be your loss, and by putting all this figure, we have balance figure is coming now 3,40,000, which is purchased during the year, which is come under investing activity as negative figure. Now same way we'll go for provision for tax as question given. Provision for tax, your BD figure, that is liability, its debit side will come, and closing figure which will come in the credit side. And provision for tax as per question is given 45,000, it is provided for. And if you go for minus, then tax paid will come, this is bank, we paid it, that is 35,000. So that's how this in the operating activity you will find tax paid when it is comes, that is 35,000. This is the workings which you have to do it in the beginning, so that it will be easier for you to calculate it. Since I don't have space over here, I put it in the last slide. So you have to compare it to this one to find it, this figure. So that's all this question. I hope you understand the cash flow statement. So if you prepare more some or practice more question, it will be more clear. And but today will be ending over here. So our last slide in this last question is this one 58. You can practice some more question and you can show it once the school is reopened. Thank you.